This video is just going to be about the best time frame to trade on. Now, everyone has different ways of trading, different trading styles. If you are a scalper and a day trader, this is mainly going to be for you since most of us are day traders. So when you look at the bigger picture or just like any kind of ticker, we do have a lot of different time frames here. So I think the important question is like, which time frame is the best? Which one should we be using? Everyone has a different outlook on which one they like to use. Based on my experience, I have basically used every single time frame and tested it with different strategies. So depending on the strategy you have, you may find that certain strategies may have different time frames that align better with them. So with my personal strategy, I'm just looking at a simple day trade within the morning. So I'm just looking at what is the direction of the market, and then I just trade in that direction. So the main time frames that are really popular are usually the smaller time frames here for your actual trades within the day. So the ones that are the most popular are usually the 1 minute, 2 minute, and 5 minute. Those are the ones I usually see people use. I have personally tried the 5 minute a lot. I used to use the 5 minute, but over time I did find that the 5 minute chart made me enter a little later in trends. So looking at the 5 minute chart, we can see that like today went really bullish. And if you look at the actual candlesticks, we see that, it's really big and it's just going upward all the way. Now, when you look at the 5 minute, sometimes it can be a little big, especially if you're trying to enter at the best time for any kind of trade. Depending on your strategy, whether it is maybe a breakout trade, a break and retest, a pullback, a pattern entry, I would say the 2 minute chart is probably more of a sweet spot. 1 minute chart, I would say, is a little fast moving, especially if you're just focusing on such a small time frame. You can get a little bit of anxiety just watching it move because it can like push up, suddenly move down, and then you're kind of confused as to where price is going. So the sweet spot, I would say, is the 2 minute. This has been the one that I've been using for a very long time. And this is the only time frame I would look at for like day trading purposes. So after you like go through the entire top-down analysis, you chart all the levels that you need, you know exactly which direction you should trade. Should you take a breakout of this area? Is price bullish? Is it bearish? Is it going sideways? Then from there, I would just stick to the 2 minute because you already have your levels. You should already have that already pre-planned. When the market opens, you're not flipping between different time frames trying to understand where exactly you're trading, especially if you're looking at a different number of tickers. If you're looking at like quite a number, it may be a little like a lot to just go in between each ticker, and then you don't know, is this one bullish, is this one bearish? So what I would definitely guide is that, once you know your exact levels, mark wherever you want to trade. So say you're bullish this day, so that you have this little guide that it's going up. 2 minute chart, I would say, like, based on the movement, I like to see whether price is creating market structure. So I use that a lot, bigger time frame and the smaller time frame. So what I've seen from 2 minutes, you just get really much cleaner market structure if you like to understand where the directional movement is, whether we're pulling back. And since I trade a lot of pullbacks and break and retest, I see the best, cleanest price action on the 2 minute. It's not as fast moving as the 1 minute. If you're entering trades, you are, maybe getting your position ready. So at least you have like a minute to, get the order ready, have it pending. And then once price moves in the direction you like, or it's maybe in the price that you like, it's breaking out of a certain area, then you enter. So then the 2 minute will show you, does it close above a certain level? Does it show a lot of bullish movement? Is it a big wick? So bigger. So to summarize, 2 minute chart, test it out if you haven't tried it already. But really, once you try this 2 minute chart, you may really end up liking it and kind of stick with it. I've definitely stuck with it for a long period, and I don't see myself trading any other time frame. It's just a sweet spot for any kind of scalps and day trades.